Hi everybody, I'm back. I am back to do a reading. Somebody asked me to look around the 24th of this month. So the comment, I think it was from Smile and Relax or something like that, was, could you look around the date of September 24th because there's been a lot of buzz about it. So I don't know what the buzz is, and I haven't looked into it because, listen, I had a couple of choices. I could do the reading, or I could spend my time looking into what the buzz is around the 24th. It's just better to not know, you know? That way I just don't have an opinion around it. So yeah, I'm going to do a reading. All I'm asking is, because I don't know what's going on around the 24th, and I don't know what the buzz is, and I don't know what particular question to ask. What I'm going to do is I am going to ask the cards. I'm going to ask my highest version of self, my highest version of self, which is connected to source energy, which is funneling source energy down into me, which I am made of source energy. So you see how that goes? Like, we are... I just feel like saying this because I feel like we're in a really culty acting time right now. And I just want to say that, you know, on the spiritual side of things, I've heard there be a lot of talk of, oh, this is what's going to happen and this is where we're going, but this is where only some people are going, but not all people, because not all people aren't of equal value to some people. Does that sound like Christianity to you or not? I mean, this is spiritual crap that's being spewed. It's no different than religion. Some people will go to heaven. Some people won't, because some people are more worthy than other people. There's a lot of that, you guys. And I just want to tell you, I don't care who it is that's telling you that crap. Source loves all of us. All of us. And seriously, do you think for 1 second that our God energy, our source energy, I don't know if I dropped a card or not as I go on this rant, but do you think our source energy is looking down and looking, oh, okay, so you get to ascend. You're good enough. But you don't. Come on. That's BS. That's BS. This is the stuff that cults are made of. You know, this is the stuff that cults are made of. How about the Jim Jones story and all of that stuff? So, you know, my highest version of self and my guides, my spiritual team that's been helping me in my life and on this journey, who has my highest and greatest good for intentions only and always, who teaches me, because we're all here learning, who teaches me and has my paths, my path in mind when I'm being taught my lessons and being shown the things that can benefit me on my path, have never once said, not once, that I'm better than anybody else, that I deserve to be above anybody else, that I'll get to go somewhere special where other people might not get to go. This is not how this stuff works, you guys. That's ego. That's ego. That's not enlightenment. That very well could be channeling those things that we talk about, right? Those things that we talk about where I say, you don't want to be calling in or inviting in things that you don't want to be calling in and inviting in. Your guides, your source energy, your highest version of self are never going to tell you that you're better than anybody else. They're never going to tell you that that's all ego. That's all ego. And it's BS. It's BS. They're never going to say to you, that they're some prominent and important person and that you're so special because you've got this special set of guides. That's not how it works, you guys. Anything that sounds egotistical, it's egotistical. It's not of the light. It's not truth. It's BS, and I'm calling it out right now. This is a really culty time. And, you know, on this journey, right straight along, my spiritual team and my highest version of self have been saying, tap in. Open your heart, open your consciousness, tap in, trust your intuition, get to know yourself, heal yourself, strip away your ego, get to know your essence, figure out who you are. These are all healing processes. This is the stuff that takes you out of the matrix. This is the stuff that will take you out of the matrix. But listen to me, you guys, right now. If you are thinking that you're going to get to ascend while other people don't because they're not as good as us, or they're not doing their work, or, you know, blibbity blah, that is ego, that is arrogance, that is not healing, and that is not enlightenment, that's not truth. That's not how this works. That's not how this works. That is ego. So, yeah, Source loves us all, not some better than others. I mean, I just can't believe the stuff that's being said right now. I just can't believe it. It's just another form of division. Some people will get to ascend to a new earth in crystalline bodies, while other people have to go on to, have to stay in a 3D world where they're putting up with the cabal because they're not good enough. I mean, heaven and hell again, you guys. Heaven and hell. Come on. I'm sure that you guys don't buy into the BS, but just in case, I'm just trying to point that out. This is not how that goes. This is not how that works. It's not how enlightenment works. It's not, I mean, Source energy isn't going to want you to walk through some pearly gate telling Source that you're so much better than the rest of your brothers and sisters here on Earth. That's not how it works. I mean, this is just more dark magic being told around. Ascension really is just our consciousness opening, our hearts opening, all of us understanding that we are one, we are connected. It's loving one another. It's not being divided. It's being accepting of yourself and everyone. It's stripping away your ego, those things that tell you that you're better, more important, special. We're all special, you guys. We're all special. Every single last one of us. Completely unique and special and amazing and magical. So, yeah, stay in the love vibration. Strip away that ego. When we're triggered, we need to figure out what is it in us that needs healing for us to be triggered. Instead of pointing our finger that it's somebody else's fault. We need to stay in that love vibration. We need to heal ourselves. We need to keep tapping in. These are all things that will lift your vibration. They'll open you up consciously and spiritually and psychically. But, some people are more special than others. And so they get to go to a special place and other people won't get to go to that special place. Does that ring any bells to you, you guys? Does that sound like Christianity? Does that sound like heaven and hell? That's not Source. Source is love. Love. Not sitting there going, this child is more special than this child. Just doesn't work that way. Just doesn't. Where we go one, we go all. Okay, you guys. So I'm going to, now that I've rambled, I'm sorry I've rambled and I've lectured, but man, there's a lot of crazy stuff being said, and it's just, it feels very dark agenda to me. So be careful. Go within. Feel your hearts. Feel your hearts. Feel your souls. Get to know your essence. Meditate. Sit quietly. Connect with your highest version of self. Expand your heart. Open to love. Expand your consciousness. Anytime any words come in telling you how much better you are than somebody else, don't allow that in. That's not of the light, you guys. It's not how it works. Be very careful and be very discerning, okay? All right, so we want to know what is going on the, so I'm asking my highest version of self, that which is connected to source, knows all that is, ever was, never will be. Any all light beings are welcome here to lift vibration and send love, as long as they have my highest and greatest good for intentions only and always. All of your highest and greatest good for intentions only and always. Only love is welcome here. Only love is welcome here. Only love is welcome here. Only truth is welcome here. Only truth is welcome here. Only truth is welcome here. So be it. I decree it. We're just going to see, how do I want to word that? Here in this month of September, I want to know, I'm asking Spirit, I want to know if there's anything big that's going to happen around the 24th of this month, September of 2022. So that's what I'm asking, I guess. So let's see. Is there anything big, like we'll, like we'll all know that it's a big deal, that's going to happen on the 24th, I'm pretty sure. So we just got the Empress on that one. Oh, this is so interesting. What an interesting set of cards. I always say that. But isn't it always kind of true? So you guys want to know if there's anything big that's going to happen on the 24th of this month. And we got the Empress. The Empress. I said the Empress because above the Empress is Temperance. So I don't know. I guess I mushed those two words together. So we got the Empress as what's representing that question. And the Empress is healing. It's healing. So maybe something's going to happen on the 24th. But between Temperance and the Empress, I would say whatever it is good. It's like, it's something completely healing. I mean, I'm not seeing anything horrific. So like and there's no pentacles in this reading, so I'm not seeing anything around the money or whatever. This is two higher arcana cards, you guys. The Empress is very healing. She births new things. She's connected to the earth. She's an earth healer. She's also very connected to source. She heals through the airways. Animals love her. Children love her. She's very sovereign. She's very intuitive. She's very psychic. She stands in her power. She's a great healer. She's very nurturing. She's very loving. She's a great healer. And then above that we have Temperance, which, that's like the ability to alchemize. That's really working energetically. It's keep a little bit of patience, but this is like high vibrational energy here, you guys. High vibes. High vibes. Representing the question and above it. So I would say, if anything, on the 24th, 2 and 4 equals 6. So in numerology, oh, and she's pregnant, right? She's like, if you look at this, she's like pregnant in this. So in numerology, a 6 is shaped like this, like a pregnant woman birthing new things. So the 24 would because you add in numerology 2 plus 4, and that equals 6. So 6 is about divine love, birthing new things. She also, the Empress, is a 3, and again, that's the Trinity, you, your highest version of self, source energy, the Earth, the Earth's highest version of energy, source energy, because we're all living, all of us, we're living and we're connected. We all have consciousness, we all have an essence. So yeah, very healing card, you guys, being represented as the question. So a 3, very healing, very joyful, the Empress. So really good card, and then Temperance above it. So I wouldn't say anything horrific, but across from her, it looks like maybe there's been talk of stuff, possible psyops being planted, or maybe people had an idea to do something horrific, but it's had to be walked away from. Do you see this? And then this guy, he's got the majority of the swords. He's looking back, he's grinning, he's won this battle. It's a winning card. It's a winning card. So maybe something had been like said that they were going to do something big, maybe in a negative way, but we're winning. So not going to happen, or maybe a psyop happened. The Fool is right above that. 0, so I would take that as like points for us, 0 for them. Keep the faith. Starts at 0, infinity. Infinity goes well with well with healing and temperance, right? So what's driving this whole reading is lower arcana cards. So we have the 5 of Cups, so there is some disappointment. There's some victories and some disappointment. We have the Page of Cups, so things under the surface, the children. And then above that, we have the 8 of Wands coming in fast. So I am wondering if maybe what's going to actually come in fast is news about the kids, the 12 and unders. There's so much of that already. Like, there's so much of that on the back channels, and like there has been for so many years. But yeah, had to walk away from something. We've got the Page of Cups, the young energy, right beside the information card, right beside it, right? So like if I was to read these across, right, we have the healer healing the children. Whoops, I'm messing up the cards, I'm sorry. The healer healing the children and getting the news out. And then we have alchemy, moving fast, have faith. So big shift, moving in quick, have faith. So, even no matter how I read these, because sometimes I read up, sometimes I read across, sometimes I read up and across, and I read my own way. Whenever I lay the cards out, my guides know what I'm seeking and how we're going to do that. But right here with this, it's like some things had to get away from, had to be walked away from. Like there are some disappointments, some spillage of something, okay? Some spillage of something. So something's happened that isn't like necessarily on our side, like it doesn't feel good, but it's not huge. It's not huge. And this has already happened, so this is in the past. It's the energy that's created the drive for this reading. Does that make sense to you? So this is the energy that has created the drive and force behind this reading. That makes sense to you? All right. So something happened. We did take a bit of a hit, but we've got this coming up from under the surface. This card represents both things, 12 and unders, and things coming up that have been hidden fast. So, things coming up that have been hidden, moving fast, it is what's driving this entire reading. But it says that we're having the Empress and Temperance as representing the question. So, and that we've won a little battle and to keep the faith. So, you know, we lost a battle, we won a battle. Back and forth, back and forth. But as it stands right now, as the energy stands right now, the 24th is not a bad day. The 24th has nothing bad going on. If anything, the 24th is like looking to embrace the energy of that day. The 6th, the birthing something new, the mothering, nurturing, loving energy. And I'm just going to clarify on that. I'm 22 minutes in. I'm sorry I've rambled. But there's so much crazy stuff. And I talk to people that are telling me some of the crazy stuff they're hearing, you guys. Come on. We really got to use that discernment in our hearts. Our hearts. So I'm just going to ask to clarify on the Empress that the 24th, show us more about the 24th as far as like, this looks like a very healing day, honestly. So I'm just going to clarify that on that, you guys. We got the Star, where miracles happen. Moving us out of troubled water. And sharing and caring and being kind to one another. So I don't know, maybe there had been some talk of something negative happening. I don't know. But we kind of lost a little bit of a victory. We gained a little bit of a victory. Things will be coming up and moving fast. And that's the energy that's kind of driving this whole reading. Above the we did win a victory. We have the keep the faith. And then on the day of the 24th, we got the Empress with Temperance right above her. The Star and moving out of troubled water and sharing and caring. So you know what, you guys, no matter what you've heard, I don't know if you've heard good stuff or bad stuff or what stuff, but there's no pentacles in this whatsoever. Nothing showing me anything horrific is going to happen. Everything looks really good. So if you've heard bad things, project good things. Project this into being. And if you've heard good things, project that into being. Okay, you guys? So yeah, just keep having faith. But it doesn't look like, it looks like it's going to be another beautiful day. the energy is lifting, and people are healing, and consciousness is open, and hearts are mending, and egos are stripping, and lots of good things are happening. So it looks like it's going to be another day of healing. September is a day of healing. September's a month of healing. That's what we got a little while ago. So while I have a chance, I also got asked to look into gold. And so I'm going to do a quick reading on that. And I also got asked to take a look at Prince Charles as being king. So I'm going to do that. Right, bam, bam, bam. I hope they all upload. You know how I've been struggling. But this is for the 24th of September 2022. So I hope that you all found some comfort in that. And yeah, I hope that you found some value in that. And sorry about the rant, but come on, you guys. We're all in this together. None of us one isn't better than the other in any way. In any way. We're all a soul. And at the end of the day, what are we? That's it. That's it. I'm just me. You're just you. So we've got to all come together. Physically, spiritually, consciously. Stop dividing each other stop with all the division. This is just more division. It's what did my Reiki master used to call it? I can't remember, but he had a name. He had a word that he would use for people that were all up in their head calling themselves spiritual beings. When you're all up in your head like that, thinking that you're better, that's not spiritual at all. It's not. That's something else. So beware. All right, you guys. Much, much love from me to you. Many, many blessings. I hope you found some value in this. I'm going to come back and I'm going to look at Prince Charles, and I'm going to look at gold. Okay, you guys. Until just a few minutes from now, take care.